Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
How are you, Alex? You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad today, actually. Not too bad. Didn't sleep so well, but I'm feeling good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our webinar this morning. My name is Richard, and I'm joined by young Alex.
Hello.
Just a quick introduction. As I said, my name is Richard, and I'm originally from Wales. I've lived in various countries, but I have been living in Italy for 4.5 years. We are broadcasting from Milan, and we are both teachers in Meravigli. Alex, what about you?
Hello, everyone. So my name's Alexandra. You can call me Alex, and I am half American and half Italian. I live in Milan. So, and I'm with Richard, a teacher in Meravigli.
And which half is the American half? Your mother
My
or your
mom is
father?
American from Chicago.
Okay. And your dad is the Italian.
100% Milan. Yes.
He's Milanese, yes?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. The focus activity is natural disasters. And when you do come online, or if you're online, please introduce yourselves, say hello to us, say where you are from. And if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please ask. Okay.
Very good.
Let's have a look.
So, in this focus activity, we're going to learn some vocabulary about natural disasters. And also, we're going to be using the present perfect, comparing it with the past simple, to talk about recent world disasters. And finally, we will be preparing a safety plan and looking at an interview with a survivor.
Okay, great, fantastic.
Okay, so let's start.
Okay, so what do you think? I'm sorry, Alex. What do you think is a natural disaster? Anybody have any ideas?
Any ideas? So let's see. Well, we could say that a natural disaster is something that happens in nature. And hi, Beatrice. Good morning.
Hey. Beatrice from Milan. Very good. How are you? I'm Richard, and we have Alex also. Glad you can join us. We have just started, basically, so you have caught us at the right time. So, Alex, what were you saying about natural disasters?
Well, I think you could say they are, they happen in nature, and they can have they can create serious damage to humans and to cities or living environments.
Yeah, and to the environment in general, you think, yes?
Yes, and to the environment in general. So,
and do you think they could be man-made?
I think they could also be man-made. Sometimes man can accelerate something that nature is already developing on its own. So yeah,
exactly.
They
That's
can
what
be
I was thinking.
Caused by nature, caused by man.
Yeah, or a consequence of what man has done, maybe.
Exactly.
Yes, the environmental disaster could be a consequence from what we have done. Yes. Okay, should we have a look at the...
Let's look at a definition. There we are.
Perfect. Shall I read it?
Of course.
Okay, so natural disasters are extreme, sudden events caused by environmental factors that injure people and cause extensive damage. They can strike anywhere in the world, often without warning. Okay, so here Alex and I have highlighted some vocabulary which we thought you guys might want just a little bit of help with. So at the bottom, we have the vocabulary going across on the ticker, which is the verb to injure, which is to hurt or to harm. So a person can injure another person, or something can injure you. The noun, Alex, for injure?
The noun is injury.
Perfect.
So if
Great.
I hurt myself, I have an injury.
Very good. Have you ever had an injury, Alex?
Luckily, nothing serious. So
No?
I'm quite happy about that.
You haven't broken any bones?
No, never.
Not yet. You've broken a few hearts, though, yes?
Oh, honey.
What about you, Beatrice? You're a bit quiet there. Have you ever had an injury? You want to type us a comment, maybe? No injuries?
Oh, that's very good if there are no injuries. So we're only happy about that. How about the rest of the vocabulary, Richard?
Okay, then we had extensive. So when we talk about extensive damage, it's a lot of damage. Okay, so it's quite a big problem. Of course, this is an adjective because it's describing the damage. Okay, and then we highlighted the verb to strike, which, as it says there, could mean to happen, something that happens somewhere. Okay, so as the sentence says, they can strike anywhere in the world. So they can happen anywhere in the world, and often, unfortunately, without warning. Sometimes we don't know they're going to happen. Okay, shall we
Very
continue?
good. Yes. So
I'm trying.
So, guys,
Okay.
can you think of some natural disasters? Can you give us your idea? So when we say natural disaster, what are some words that you can think about?
Any ideas, Beatrice? You're still there, I think. Shall I think of some?
Go ahead, Richard.
Okay, let's think of one that maybe a lot of Italians are familiar with. Unfortunately, because you do have a few of them in this country. So I can think of maybe earthquake.
Right.
Yeah. In Italy, we do have some earthquakes. Mm-hmm. I could think of maybe tornado.
Right. In America, there's so many.
Yeah. And let's think of another one which is maybe similar to tornado, which we will look at a bit more closely in maybe a couple of minutes, which is hurricane.
Right. Right, and we'll see why they're different.
Yeah.
And how do you call when a volcano explodes?
Very good. It is like exploding, yes. Well, you can, the verb is the volcano erupts. So we have to erupt. And then the noun is an eruption. It's quite funny, actually, because when a volcano is quiet, brainstorm is similar to brainstorm.
Brainstorm happens in your brain. That's not a natural disaster, hopefully. But
brainstorm is when... Go on, Alex.
Oh, yeah. Brainstorm is when You have a lot of ideas. Now we're
Perfect.
doing a brainstorm, exactly.
Yeah, it's your thoughts, your ideas on a specific subject. So I'm not sure, Beatrice, whether you're a student or whether you have a job, but maybe, no, don't be sorry.
No, it was wonderful. It was a
This
really
is why
good idea.
this is why we have the webinars. Hopefully we're here to help you. So please ask anything. Yeah, maybe in work, say if you are working, you have a meeting in your work, you have a meeting to brainstorm. The company wants to think of some new ideas or some ideas on something that's existing. So here we have our ideas now on what we think a natural disaster is. And very good, Alex. I want to say thunderstorm.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
It's okay.
That's a great one. Yes.
It's in one of the answers. Great. But just to finish my point, we said that the volcano erupts, but when the volcano is quiet, it's quite funny. We say it is dormant.
It's sleeping.
Which means it's asleep. I know. It's a bit strange because a volcano isn't alive, I don't think, but there we are. Okay,
well,
should we have a...
Yeah, let's look at some words. So,
okay.
There we go.
Right. Do you want to go through them first, Alex? Just read them all, and then maybe we'll go through the descriptions.
Right. So, earthquake,
Okay.
tsunami, heat wave, volcanic eruption, avalanche, flood, landslide, severe thunderstorm.
That's Beatrice's.
Yes. Blizzard, tornado, forest fire, hurricane, drought.
Perfect. And you see there are some awkward ones there a little bit. Okay. And as Alex has just brought up, in the plural form, they're all regular, apart from tornado, which turns into tornadoes. In Italy, there are 3 active volcanoes. Very good. Yeah. Let's see now, because I'm not Italian. See if I can guess them. We have Etna. Yes.
Yes.
Vesuvius. Is that active?
Yes.
Yes. And I don't know the third one.
Stromboli.
Oh my God. Where's that?
Stromboli is in Sicily.
Ah, so there's 2 in Sicily then.
Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. I've been to the one near Naples is Vesuvius. No.
Right. Very good.
Yep.
Beatrice.
Right.
See.
Very good. Yeah, Vesuvio. Or Vesuvius in English. Yes. All right. Etna's in Sicily. Thank you. Right. Vesuvius is in Naples. Yes.
Yes. Definitely.
Right. Well, I've been to that one. Not so close, but I've been on it. Okay, so let's have a look at some. Let's just to clarify that we understand all of these natural disasters. It's a very, very, very happy subject for a Tuesday morning.
Well, you want to be prepared. You never know.
We have to be prepared. Yes. These days, you have to be prepared for anything.
Anything, right?
So let's have a look at earthquake. Is the ground still when there's an earthquake, or does the ground move?
The ground moves.
Right. Well, actually, when you look at the word, when you look at the whole word earthquake, earth, okay, which is quite sensible. It's la terra, yeah, the earth. To quake is a verb which means to shake. Yes. So put the both together, it's like shaking earth, or shaking ground. Yeah. Okay. In the simplified. Thank you, Beatrice. I'm not a good geographer. Geography was my worst subject at school. tsunami. Now, does tsunami happen, on land or water?
On water.
Right. So does it happen in a river?
No, it happens in the sea.
Very good. And what happens in the sea? What does the sea create?
It creates a really big wave.
Yeah, a huge wave, a giant wave. And unfortunately, water can also cause a lot of damage. Okay, the next one, heat wave. So when is a heat wave going to happen? What season do you think? Winter?
Probably in summer.
That's right, in summer. Yeah, and is it extreme heat or just a little heat?
Extreme heat. A lot of heat.
And it is quite unusual because like the tsunami, it does actually the air does move in waves. Yeah. I meant to ask my wife, but I forgot because I was thinking about this last night. I lived in Spain for 7 years, and my house is in Spain. And in Spain, in the summer, you have 2 different types of wind. Yes, and I can't think of the names because they're in Spanish. But there is one particular wind which doesn't happen that often. Because you get the wind from the sea, which is quite nice, which has a specific name, but also you get this wind that comes from Africa, okay, and it's like a wave of heat. It is absolutely unbearable. There was one year we had it for 4 days, and you go outside and you breathe, and you think you're breathing in an oven. It's so yeah, tsunami creates in the sea after an earthquake. Yeah, very good. After an earthquake, fantastic. Okay, tsunami is created in a sea after an earthquake. Better, yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Volcanic eruption we talked about. Yeah. Okay, so it's when lava comes out of the volcano, and we use the verb to erupt, which it like spits the lava out. Avalanche, Alex. Does an avalanche happen in cities or mountains?
A mountain city, maybe. No, it happens in the mountains. It happens in the mountains, yes.
Okay, and does it involve rain or snow?
Snow and sometimes ice.
Very good. And what happens to the snow? Does it stay still or does it move?
It moves very quickly too.
Very good. Yeah. So it's when a big section of snow moves. Yes. Okay. So it happens a lot in the mountains, mostly mountains. Okay. The next one, which Alex pronounced fantastically at the beginning, it is a little bit of a hard pronunciation, so we'll just repeat that. It's flood. Okay. And what type of material does flood consist of? Is it snow?
No, it's got to do with water.
Perfect. And is it a lot of water or a little water?
It's a lot of water.
Yeah, maybe too much water.
Too much water.
Okay. Yeah, well, a lot. Perfect. Yes. Okay. So, okay, that's right. We've had another student just reminding us that we have the verb to erupt, which we did mention earlier, and we did mention an eruption, the noun. Okay. All right. What about a landslide? This is fantastic. I love the meaning of this. What happens in a landslide? Are we talking again about the land staying still or moving?
It's moving.
Alex?
It's moving.
Perfect. And which way does it move? Up or down?
Down.
Perfect. We don't really use the Italian in the lessons, yes, but this is a great way to look at it. If you think of a playground, they have the scivole, yeah, which the children use. It's the slide, and the slide goes down. Put the 2 words together, we're talking about land moving downwards, a landslide. Perfect. Okay. Then we had Avalanches there when full mountain in a great ocean of bricks away from. Oh, very good.
Wow,
Beatrice,
we're definitely going to display this. Wow,
Yeah.
look at here. It's when from a mountain, there's a great portion of snow breaking away from a mountain. Very good.
Perfect. Okay, just be careful with your spelling of mountain. There
Yes.
should be a U there, but that's very good. Don't worry, that's something very, very small.
Mountain with M.
Okay.
Okay.
No, sorry, Alex.
No, you
And
go. Sorry.
And then we had Beatrice's example from earlier, where she talked about thunderstorm. Now, is a thunderstorm just with rain?
No, there are thunders.
Right, and thunder is the what? The sound?
It's the sound.
Yes.
And how do
Okay,
you
so
call when there's light? I don't remember.
very good. It's called lightning. I don't know whether you can write that, Alex, the spelling there maybe.
Yes.
This year we
can
have a lot of
spell it.
avalanches in Italy. Ah, okay.
Okay, thunder and lightning. Here we go.
Great.
So, yes, in the comments you can see the spelling for lightning, which is when you have flashes during a thunderstorm.
Perfect. Okay. Then we had a blizzard. Okay. Very particular. Is a blizzard like a storm or like
Yes, I
a
guess you
heat
could.
wave or?
It's like a
Yeah.
storm,
Mm-hmm.
only that it's with ice. It's really, really cold.
Yeah, ice or also the
Snow?
white stuff. Yeah.
Snow.
Okay. And it's a very, very heavy rain. Yes. And sometimes I think with blizzard you do get a lot of wind also, no?
I think so, yes.
I think we tend to think of it with a lot of wind. Okay, this one, which Beatrice, you think I'm an expert on geography, and I'm not, because Alex had to help me with this one the other day. So I learned something, and we have to remember that in every language you're always learning. So even for us teachers, we are still learning every day. So shall I explain this, Alex?
Yes, let's see. Yes,
Let's see if
you learned.
See if I learned. Okay. Now, I did know a tornado was consisted of wind. Yes, a lot of wind. Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay, but what I didn't know, which Alex told me the other day, was a tornado only happens on land.
Right.
Yeah?
And that's
Only
the
on land.
difference. That's the difference with hurricane, because
Right.
hurricanes are much bigger and they happen on sea.
That's right. And also they're again like a I suppose they're like a giant tornado on the sea.
Yes, they're much bigger and the air moves in circles.
Yeah, it's a circular shape. Yeah, like a tornado. And another name for tornado, which is very American.
It's a twister. There used to be a movie, The Twister.
Oh God, yes, I remember. A disaster movie.
A disaster movie. Right.
A disaster film. Yeah, there was a period I can't remember, maybe in the 90s, where they made a few disaster films.
Right.
Yes, they are obsessed with making disaster films. Okay, the next one, forest fire. Now, I don't really think you guys need a lot of clarification on this, but let's just think. A fire is a fire, yes. A forest, what type of things does a forest consist of? Are we talking about flowers?
No.
No, we're not talking about flowers. Are we talking about plants?
Yes.
Okay. What type of plants are we talking about?
We're talking about trees.
Perfect. And are there a lot of trees or a little trees?
A lot of trees.
Exactly. Perfect. There are a lot of trees in the forest. Normally covers quite a big area.
Yeah, we'll get there in a while, Beatrice. Yes.
Yeah, Beatrice, we just come into it. Yeah. And are there many forests in Italy? I'm not sure.
Yes. Not that many, probably as in other countries, but we have a lot of forests.
Okay. We have a few famous forests in Britain. Of course, you have the forest in Nottingham, which is Sherwood Forest, where
Right.
we have the story of Robin Hood. You know, he was supposed to be
a thief.
The thief in Sherwood Forest. I don't know if it's true or not. Okay, hurricane. Very good, Beatrice. As we said, a hurricane is similar to a tornado, but it happens at sea, okay, not on land. And normally, and Alex can correct me if I'm wrong, please, they're very, very big.
Yes.
Yes.
It's always wind going in circles on sea, and they're very, very big, like hundreds of miles. You can see them from the satellite.
Yeah, they normally show them on the satellite imagery, yeah?
Okay.
All right, and then we have...
What is the last one?
Yeah, now let's check the pronunciation of that. Alex pronounced it correctly earlier on. This is drought. Okay.
Drought.
And a drought. Now, is a drought a lot of water or a little water?
Little water.
Very good. So when are we likely to have a drought? In the summer or winter?
Probably in the summer.
Yeah, exactly. When it is very hot, yeah?
And dry.
It's when and dry, yeah. So if we look at those words, what could be the opposite of drought then? In that collection of words?
Well, probably it would be a tsunami.
Right. Yeah. And
a flood.
And a flood. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So a drought is the opposite of flood or tsunami, because in tsunami you have a lot of water. Okay.
So
very good.
Which one do you think is the most dangerous or the worst one? Any ideas? Which one do you think is worst?
I don't know whether Beatrice has any ideas. Please interrupt Beatrice if you want to. For me, very difficult. I don't think I would be too... I don't think a blizzard is too bad. Yes. I think for me, maybe a volcanic eruption. I think it's one of the worst types. Why? Because I think I would be very frightened. Also tsunami, because they can happen very, very quickly and you're not prepared for it. And I have a big fear of drowning, which is true. And maybe an earthquake. I've never experienced an earthquake. Have you experienced an earthquake, Alex?
Yes, I have. I mean, not in the center of the earthquake, but in Milan sometimes we get shakes from earthquakes that are happening somewhere else in Italy. And once I distinctly felt like this wobbly feeling, and it's scary.
You get them in Milan, do you?
Well, you get the
aftershock.
The aftershock, exactly.
I didn't know that. Okay, so for Beatrice, she thinks the worst type is an earthquake. So she agrees with me and Alex to yeah. Unfortunately, in Italy, you do get quite a few
Yeah,
earthquakes.
earthquake with an E. So
Yeah.
yes. So now let's move on and let's talk about experiences. So have you ever experienced a natural disaster? Well, like I said, I only experienced partially an earthquake because in Milan we sometimes get the echoes of earthquakes that are happening elsewhere. But have you ever experienced, or do you know somebody who has?
Um, I don't know anybody that's experienced a really bad natural disaster. I've experienced some heat waves. Okay, maybe we all have. I'm not sure. I haven't experienced some severe heat waves, but in Spain, in the period that I lived there, we had a couple of very hot summers, and they said there was a heat wave, which can be quite uncomfortable sometimes.
Was there a drought also?
No, it wasn't so bad as in to cause a drought. But I'm very old, yeah. So I remember in 1976 when the Great Britain had its worst ever heat wave, and I do remember it because it's something you'll never forget. Because I was teenager, maybe? No, I wasn't a teenager. I was a child, and yes, there was a little bit of a drought then.
Wow.
So you had to be careful to make sure that you had plenty of water and keep yourself hydrated. Yeah. The others, I'm just having a quick check. No, we. Oh, okay.
So have
Okay,
there been, do you know if there have been natural disasters in the world recently?
Yeah, there's been a few this year so far. We talked about volcanic eruptions. There was a volcanic eruption in Indonesia recently.
Right, I think in March.
Yeah, there have been some floods in Brazil.
Oh,
Okay. There have been some earthquakes in Turkey.
I see.
Yeah.
And I think there has been recently in Australia, there have been a lot of bushfires.
That's it.
So
Yeah, there's been some bushfires and wildfires also, they say.
exactly, wildfires. So it was a tragedy actually because they couldn't stop them. Right. Yeah, we're quite lucky.
Yeah. Beatrice has given us some useful information here. She says, fortunately, Milan isn't a seismic land, but in center and in south of Italy, there were lots of earthquakes.
Right. And I think there have been a few shakes recently as well. Maybe minor ones, but it's still very scary.
Okay. And then, we talked about the wildfires in Australia.
Right.
And
just wanted to show you guys that there is a difference between casualties and fatalities. So as you can see below, casualties, so sometimes because they're very severe, so they can be very dangerous. Natural disasters can cause casualties and fatalities.
That's correct. When you see a news report on the television, they normally tell you the number of casualties and the number of fatalities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next slide, shall we?
Yes, wonderful. So,
Okay. So here we are going to look at the descriptions and think of the possible word or the correct word to the descriptions. Okay. Now, again, Alex and I highlighted some words that maybe you're not sure of, or they are new, or you just want a little bit of revision. So we'll just highlight the words that are on the ticker. So the first one we have is, in the text is carelessness, which is the noun, but also the adjective is careless. Okay, and careless means that you fail to give attention to something or to someone, yes? And when you don't give the attention to something or someone, it could cause harm, okay?
exactly, yes.
Either to a person or an object.
If you
Okay.
are a careless person, you do not care. Please.
Okay, so arson is when someone deliberately sets fire to something, okay? When you do it on purpose, when I mean it's deliberate, yes, your intention is to set fire to this thing, this object. Like when Alex talked about the wildfires in Australia, possibly they thought that maybe it was a natural disaster because they thought someone had actually started the fire. So this is arson, okay?
How do you call the person that starts the fire?
The person is an arsonist, okay? So the plural would be arsonists. That's it. Very good, Beatrice. Exactly. Unfortunately, I think that the recent forest fire in Australia are due to man, perfect, which is arson. Yes.
Right.
So the man was an arsonist. Okay. It's actually a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a crime, arson. Okay. Then we highlighted the word here, deficiency, which is a noun, and deficiency is when you don't have enough of something. Yes, so it's the opposite of too much. It's too little. Yes, okay, or lack of. Okay, the build-up of material. Okay, it can be a phrasal verb or a noun. Okay, and it means to develop gradually, okay, or to become bigger. When you have a buildup of material, yes, it gradually gets bigger. Okay, so let's have a look.
If there are any words that you would like clarification on, please type them in the chat. So now we'll go on to the exercise, but if you need any help, please write in the chat.
Yeah, I think you guys should be okay, but as Alex said, please let us know. Okay.
So, which one do you think is the first one, Richard?
So, okay, so it's a landslide. What could cause a landslide?
Remember we explained landslide.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I think it's going to be the earthquake or volcanic eruptions. General instability. Very good. So instability is when the land is not stable. Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay.
Very
Beatrice,
good. Yes,
yeah,
very good, Beatrice.
she's doing the exercise. Great, Beatrice. We love it when you guys do this because then we can see that you've actually hopefully learned something. So very good. So landslide is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Wildfire 3. Are you sure? Is it 3?
How about we do drought first? Drought?
Yeah, drought. So, when we talked about drought, what did we say? What material were we talking about?
We're talking about water.
Right, and was there a lot of water or a little water?
A little water.
So which word did we look at in the ticker below which described a little of something?
Deficiency.
Perfect, not enough. So for this exercise, wildfire wouldn't be 3, Beatrice, or there. It's going to be drought is 3.
Okay. Exactly, drought. When there is no water.
So
let's look now what wildfire is then.
Wildfire, Beatrice. You've done it, yeah? Well, as Beatrice said in a previous comment about the forest fire in Australia due to man.
Man, so those are cases of arson, and that is when you have fire all over.
Perfect. Okay. Tornado, so we think of it goes round, we see it. Yeah, Alex said sometimes you see it from a satellite image. Yes. Okay. There's a movement there which is not very good. Yeah. So it's unstable air in the atmosphere.
Yeah? And that leaves the last one.
Which has to be.
Exactly. No surprises there.
An avalanche. Okay. Very good. Let's finish on something quite fun. We've got a little quiz next.
Okay.
Okay. This is we can bring up the.
Let's show all the sentences. There we go. It's a true or false game.
Great. Okay. So, as Alex said, this is just. Okay. We have Barbara who has just joined.
Hello, Barbara. Hi.
Okay. What is the opposite of drought? Okay, drought, Barbara, is when we don't have enough water. The opposite is going to be flood.
Flood. So I'll write it in the comments.
Okay.
So we have drought, which means no water. And it's the opposite of flood, with 2 O's, too much water.
Perfect. And the word that you want help with, hi Barbara, the word that you want a bit of help with pronunciation is avalanche.
Yes.
It sounds a bit French, actually, doesn't it?
Yes, avalanche.
Avalanche.
It's like massage, only it's not exactly the same thing.
No, not exactly. And an avalanche is when a lot of snow moves, normally down. Snow can't move that, I don't think. Moves down a mountain, yes, and can cause a lot of damage to villages, to forests also, yes. Okay.
So let's start with our quiz.
Yes, it is something you have in the mountains,
yes,
Barbara.
yes,
sorry to interrupt you, Alex.
No, sorry, I hadn't seen her comment.
It is in the mountains, yeah?
Okay, so how about we do this True or false? Let's start with the first one. So, shouting loudly can cause an avalanche. What do you think, Richard?
Well, we were told, yes, that you should be quiet in a mountain, on a mountainside, not to create a lot of noise. So I'm not really sure if this is true or false.
What do you guys think? Is it true or is it false? Well, I was told when I was small that I was supposed to be quiet in the mountains. So I think it might be true.
Yeah?
Shall
Okay,
we
yeah, all right.
see?
Should you have a look?
Let's have a look. Oh God, it's false.
It's false.
So probably it was just something my mom told me to stay quiet.
I think this is a bit of a myth, like you said, Alex. I wasn't sure about this one also, because I know that they use explosives, which create a lot of noise, to actually to have man-made avalanches when they want to clear some snow.
Yeah, probably.
Barbara thought it was true also.
I also thought it was true. So we're in it together.
I think when you really think about it, when you shout loudly, it's not as loud to create. It's not like an explosion, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe this is where we have this false idea. Yeah.
Right. So let's look at the second one.
Okay, small forest fires can be good for the ecosystem. What do you think, Alex? Can be good?
I guess if they're small, some plants rely on fires to grow more. So I guess it's true. So Beatrice thinks it's false. Let's see. So this is true.
Okay, because it can remove dead brush and allow for new growth. Yes. What is dead brush? Any ideas?
It's not something you comb your hair with. It's not
very
a brush.
good. No, it's not a brush like that. No, very good. It's not something that you clean your teeth with or comb your hair. Well, I don't have any hair, so it doesn't matter. Okay, what it is dead brush. It's like small trees or growth that you have on the floor. So when you have the fires, it gets rid of this. Yes. Okay. So then it allows other plants to grow. Yes. Okay. So it is good for the ecosystem.
And
okay.
Let's see. Also, Angela has joined us. So let's see number 3.
Welcome to the webinar, Angela. Good morning.
Let's
hope
look
you're
at number
having
3.
a nice morning.
And here we go. It's true, Angela. Very well done. So yes, also volcanoes can be good for the soil. So because the nutrients that lava has are very good for trees. They make them grow better.
Should we just?
Yeah.
Alex, I just wanted to check on some vocabulary for that one that the guys might not be sure of. Crops. What are crops?
It's what you grow.
Right. For what?
To eat.
Perfect.
In
Very
agriculture,
good.
it's what you
Very good. Yeah,
you grow.
It's something you grow in big quantities for agriculture to provide us with food. So crops are going to be things like fruit, vegetables, but they are grown in big quantities. Yes. Okay. Shall we continue?
Right. So number 4.
Number 4, what are we? Tsunamis can only travel for about 100 miles. Okay. 100 miles is a long way. However, I do know that the tsunami that they had in Sri Lanka and in the Maldives traveled for more than 100 miles. So I think this is going to be false. Very good. I think Beatrice agrees with me.
Yes, good job.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
They can
number 5.
Mhm.
There are thousands of earthquakes across the earth each day. What do you think, girls? So, is it true or is it false? It's true. I think I agree. What do you think?
Barbara, what do you think? No, and Angela, do you agree with Beatrice?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think you got it. Yes, it is. Very well done.
Very good, guys. Yeah, perfect. That's it. And like Alex talked about earlier, yes, she said that maybe you have even the aftershocks can be very, very small. You still feel them, but maybe they happen a long way away. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, and the last one?
3 out of every 4 tornadoes happen in the US. So what do you think? Is it true or is it false? It's true, Beatrice, yes. Unfortunately, the US is the country in the world with the most amount of tornadoes. So, yes, it's quite a problem. A lot of people lose their homes because of the tornado.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we'll have to finish for today, unfortunately. Thank you all for joining. It was a very nice experience, and we shall see you soon.
Okay, so remember you
Okay.
can follow our channel and see more webinars for your level. And we just hope to see you again. Have a nice day. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.